Hello everyone, my name is Aramika Brown, also known as Encyclopedia on the online internet community. Today I'm going to show you how to sew on a sewing machine. Now hopefully you have one, and we will walk through the steps that are necessary to help you accomplish that task. So for starters, let's turn on our machine. Now, depending on the type of machine you have, if it's a computerized machine, you're going to have a stitch selection, availability options that are there. If it's a regular machine, you just have to determine which stitch you're going to use. You then will have to ensure that you have properly threaded your machine, that it makes its way all the way down through your needle. And then you also want to ensure that you have the correct presser foot on your machine and that your presser level is up. And then we also want to ensure that the thread is properly threaded through the needle, and for that you can check your manual to ensure that you have followed all the proper steps. And at that point we will take our two pieces of fabric, and of course you would have pinned them together or lined up your seams that you want to use, and you would determine whether you are stitching a 1/4 foot or whatever distance you need. And then from that point we will place our machine underneath. We will lower our presser foot, and then we will take what's called taking up the thread. So we will turn our turn lever to ensure to catch the thread as it's in there before we begin. We will then take our thread, bring it to the back, and then line up our fabric. It's in there appropriately. And then on my particular machine, instead of using a foot control, I'm actually going to use my start-stop button. So I will start by pressing my needle in a down position and then starting to sew. And then once I finish the duration, the length that I wanted, I then will take 1 or 2 stitches backwards. And now that you've taken your back stitches to secure your seam, you will raise your needle up, and you can either use the button or your turn lever. You will lift your presser foot, remove your fabric, grasping the 2 threads. Utilizing your thread cutter, you cut the thread, and that is how you sew on a machine. Thank you very much for joining me today. My name is Aramika Brown. You can reach me at e@cocktailsandthread.com.